Hey folks, it's Matt once again, and welcome back to another video. And this is a DVD/Blu-ray update. And pretty much what happened was I got about 50 bucks for Christmas. And of course, that Star Wars video I made, someone wanted my honest opinion. They paid me, and I'm not going to say the exact amount because it's honestly, not to be rude, no one's business. But it was more than 15 and less than 40, so it was between that. So I took that and the 50 bucks I got for Christmas and decided to pick up a couple stuff that were pretty cheap. But I also want to talk about some gifts I've received recently that, other than one, the others I've already shown you, but again, since it's a DVD update, why not? And Blu-ray update, why not? But the one I hadn't talked about before is a gift I had gotten, Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, the deluxe edition. A very nice woman named Hope had sent me this. I did not do an unpackaging video because I didn't know it was being sent. And when I got it, I'm like, what's this? I don't remember what's this about. And it was a note from her. And she's not on YouTube anymore, but she's on Facebook. And it was nice to, oh, okay, it's cool that she's doing okay. Just, I talked about her before. She was the one who had sent me Split Second and some other nice stuff in the past. And this was a very nice gift because this was on my Amazon wish list. Because I have the other deluxe editions. Well, I have 4, 5, 6, and 8. So I wanted to give 1, 2, 3, and 7 sometime. And now thanks to her, I have part 7. So all I need now is 1, 2, and 3. And I'll have all the deluxe editions of these. Because the Friday the 13th ones that I have, they're the ones that are 2 movies per disc. So these will be much better picture quality than some that has 2 movies per disc. So that's why I wanted to get 1, 2, and 3. Plus, I mean, they have some features, like this one does. And again, I have 4, 5, 6, and 8, so I want to get all of them. But thanks to her, I have this, so thank you very much for that. That was very kind of her to do so. And some of these I already mentioned, but why not? Avengers Age of Ultron on Blu-ray. I still haven't watched this, even though I've gotten a while, but I've just been very busy. Nice guy named Parker sent this to me. Thank you very much for that. Very kind of him to do so. I still haven't had time to do that. I just have a lot of stuff to get to. Just like I got sent, and I haven't even opened it yet, the Owen Hart of Gold DVD, which is a 3-disc set. From a very nice guy named John, who also sent me this and a few other stuff. The Monday Night War Volume 2, Know Your Role. So one day I'll have to get the, I believe it's called Monday Night War Volume 1 Shots Fired. Because this is the sequel to that. So, and I haven't watched this because this is like 10 hours long. I think each disc is about 2 hours, so that'll take a while to watch. But it's still a very nice gift. Very cool gift. So again, one day I want to get Volume 1 of this. Very nice gift. Thank you, John. That was one I didn't expect. And then some stuff I picked up. Well, I'll mention the other stuff he sent. The Blu-rays of Collateral, Inner Space, which I will review sometime. I'll probably review all these Blu-rays sometime. Hackers, and I Am Chris Farley. So those will be reviewed sometime. And then other stuff I picked up. Some I got very cheap. It was 10 for 10. It was 10 of them for $10. It was like a deal that if you buy a couple, if you get like 5, 6 more, it's free, pretty much. So why not? Actually, I might as well show this. I already showed this before in another one, but Dune. This is one of those I absolutely did get for free. I showed this before, but I watched this. Didn't mind it for what it was, actually. That was pretty decent. Did not mind it for what it was. It's a hard movie to review, and I have a lot of other stuff I need to get to, but I did not mind that one. Should do the 10 for 10 first. Why not? If I can remember which one it was. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, these are the ones I got 10 for 10. So, because the ones I was very curious about were Who's Harry Crumb for the John Candy collection. I did not have this one. I realized there's actually quite a few John Candy films I do not have. Like, I don't have Delirious, or Only the Lonely, or one called Once Upon a Crime, or Canadian Bacon, or Wagons East. And one day I would like to pick all those up for the John Candy collection, because I do have his other one. I do have some of his other ones, like I even have Volunteers, because it was a shitty movie, but I had not seen them when I bought it, but at least I have for the John Candy Tom Hanks collection. But I have Uncle Buck, which is great. I have Summer Rental, which is actually my personal favorite. Spaceballs, which I enjoy. But I have Who's Harry Crumb. And I also gotten this one, Surf Ninjas, which I did not remember anything about. Like, the last time I saw this was probably when it came out in 1992. So I'm like, you know what? It was $1.50. This one, and I'm like, yeah, I'd be curious to see what it was. Surf Ninjas. And yeah, this one was $1.50. Some of those, and I'm like, you know what? Ernie Reyes Jr. I like. I don't like Rob Schneider. Unfortunately, I saw this the other day, just because I had some time, and it was pretty damn bad, to be perfectly honest. I'll keep it for the collection, but it was hard to sit through, honestly. Like, this time for a guy, I absolutely, honestly love Ninja Turtles 1 and 2. I can watch and have fun with Suburban Commando. This one, it was very hard to sit through. I will admit. I gotta be honest. I know some people liked it, but all those movies I mentioned, I'd rather take that over Surf Ninjas. It just really, really poor in pretty much every way. But hey, you know, I didn't remember the movie, and it was cheap enough. And these are the other ones I was curious about. So I'll mention those, and then the ones I got for free, because it was, again, a certain deal. You buy so much. Ugly Americans, Volume 1. My friend Mike had shown me some of the stuff on YouTube, which seemed really funny. And they have this there for very cheap. It's Volume 1. So just see there. Yeah, it's just a very crazy animated comedy. And this is about 2.5 hours long. So there's quite a few stuff in there. So, Ugly Americans. Crossing Over, a film with Harrison Ford that I had never seen. Directed by Wayne Kramer, who I believe is the guy who did Running Scared with Ray Liotta, I believe. Wayne Kramer. And again, this is a Harrison Ford film I've never seen. It also has Ray Liotta and Ashley Judd. Somebody I've never seen this film, but it seemed very interesting. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin film I had never seen, but I've heard it's decent. Recoil. Because I have a couple of his. I have Hunt to Kill, which I enjoyed. I have Tactical Force, which I enjoyed. Of course, The Expendables. I do have The Condemned, because years and years and years ago, my friend Heffrey sent it. I think I have it around somewhere in there. It's a bad movie, but I have it, because he sent it. Sort of like a joke type of thing. I think it was a joke, or he didn't know, and wanted to hear my thoughts on it. We both think it's a terrible movie, but... Oh, and I also have the package that you did with Dolph Lundgren. So I'm like, you know, let me check this out, Recoil. Again, Steve Austin and Danny Trejo. And then, I don't mind this guy, Jeff Dunham, Unhinged in Hollywood. I have most of his stuff. Like, I have Controlled Chaos, Arguing with Myself, I think the only ones I don't have are the two before this. Something with monsters in the title, and then there's another one between that and this that I don't have. I think it's like All Over the Map or something like that. Those are the only two I don't have, but I don't mind this guy, Jeff Dunham. It's not everyone's taste, but yeah, I don't mind him. I have fun with it, and I was fine to have it. You know, give it a look because I've never seen it before. And on these I got pretty much for free. It was because I was curious about them, or I'm like, well, I couldn't really find anything else, and it was free, so why not? And that is Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. To give it another look, and I have the first one, and it was pretty much free, so why not? Island of Dr. Moreau. It does have like a 5-minute featurette where Stan Winston and Val Kilmer and David Thewlis talk. And plus now I don't have the documentary, but on one of my last DVDRs I put it on because I didn't have the money to get the actual documentary. So whenever I watch the documentary, I do watch this and like compare, and again it was free. Stay, which I was curious about because it has Ewan McGregor, Naomi Watts, and Ryan Gosling. It's directed by Mark Forster, which... Is that the guy who did... Yeah, the guy who did World War Z and Quantum of Solace, which I don't mind Quantum of Solace. I already reviewed that. Yes, I do enjoy World War Z. So I'm like, okay, this is a film, a thriller, again with Ewan McGregor and Ryan Gosling, which I'd never seen, but I'm curious about. And then, again, because it was free, Ignition with Bill Pullman. I like Bill Pullman to see how this film is like. And Identity. Again, because it was free, there was really nothing else to pick. And if I ever review, I mean, John Cusack collection, yeah, I have it now. And who knows, maybe one day, you know, I'll review this or rant on it, or because I saw this in the theater and I guessed the ending 5 minutes in, and I was right. And they're just like, oh, great. Great. But yeah, Identity. Not a fan. And then get to the other stuff I picked up. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't 10. It was either, might have counted wrong. But there was one more, Robin B. Hood. I figured, you know, it was a Jackie Chan film that I did not have and had not seen. So, Robin B. Hood. Kind of like an action movie version of 3 Men and a Baby. That's pretty much what it is. And a commentary by director Benny Chan and Hong Kong cinema expert Bay Logan. Yeah, Robin B. Hood. And then some stuff I was able to pick up. Showdown Low Tokyo Blu-ray, because I love this movie. The DVD I have is very cheap. It was in full screen. The menu is literally just the Warner Brothers logo. So I'm like, I want to get this film. And it's a Warner archive, but I don't think you can do DVD-R versions of Blu-rays. Maybe you can, but I played it and it played perfectly fine. It actually has a disc art. It has a menu. Well, I mean, the menu, there's a picture of this on it. It's not just the Warner Bros. Logo, and there's the trailer to the film. I think there's like a version overseas that has like 3-5 more seconds of violence or something in it, which doesn't sound like much. And there's no other features, which suck. I would love to have interviews, at least with Dolph Lundgren. How was it working with Brandon Lee? And interview with Mark Del Lester. I know a lot of stuff got cut out, and I've read all the stuff that got cut out on the trivia on IMDb. It seemed like a lot was cut out. which would be interesting. But no, bare bones, a trailer. But I wanted the film because it's in widescreen, and the picture looked pretty damn good. And at least to have this film in widescreen, and not just fucking full screen, is nice. And then the film, again, looks good. And that have not just a menu that's just the Warner Bros. Logo, an actual picture of this, and okay, have the trailer on it. Much better than the DVD, at least. But again, I wish there were features, but again, it's one. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite Dolph Lundgren films. Great flick. And then I got the Blu-ray of Kickboxer from my Van Damme Blu-ray collection. I know there's a few I wanted to get, like Lionheart and Hard Target. Unfortunately, Lionheart in the US at least, you have to buy like a fucking 5-pack Blu-ray set. The granted has Hard Target, but it also has Sudden Death, which I like Sudden Death, but I don't need that one on Blu-ray. And it also has Street Fighter and The Quest, and I hate those two movies. I think they fucking suck. I don't want Street Fighter fucking Quest on Blu-ray. But yeah, you know, I wanted to get Hard Target and Lionheart, but again, at least Lionheart's only in that patch, so that sucks. But again, I have Bloodsport and Time Cop, and I have... actually, I'm not sure if I showed the other one. Let's see, did I? I didn't show this. I don't think I showed this before. I got this Cyborg, Death Warrant, and Double Impact, which was nice because they looked better. They're in an individual disc, and I enjoy these films. And want to see how they looked on Blu-ray. I thought they looked pretty damn good. Although the cover on Death Warrant has a picture from Lionheart on it, which it wasn't made specifically for this. It was on another cover art that had, yeah, a picture from Lionheart for the movie Death Warrant. But I got this mainly because they just looked better, and I was curious to see how they looked. And these are some of my favorite Van Damme films. And then I got Kickboxer because this is in widescreen. The DVD I have is in full screen. This is in widescreen, and the film definitely looks a lot better in widescreen. So it was very nice to have this, a better looking movie that's in widescreen, not fucking full screen. And then the rest, I got Shakma. Finally grabbed this DVD. This is the one from Code Red, the Katarina's, whatever the fuck you call it. But yeah, this was released at first in like a very limited run, but then another company, or maybe it's the same company, I don't know. This got released, and I had a DVD, but it's a very cheap, bad picture quality. So this one even says that it's it's in HD, it's in widescreen, so I don't know what the fuck Katarina's bucket list mode is, but this will definitely at least look better than the cheap-ass DVD I have. It was like, I got it pretty cheap actually on Amazon, so Shakma, a film I really enjoy. One of the great gems I found in that first time viewing. I don't know if I'd ever do that again, because I just have bad memories of making all those videos, and then because of copyright, most of them had to go, and they just always left a bad taste in my mouth that I never really want to do first time viewing again because of that. But gems like this came out of that, so at least I have that to thank for it. But Shakma. Blood and Bone. As I mentioned, I had a DVD-R my friend had sent me many years ago, but I wanted this officially on DVD. And one of my favorite Michael Jai White films, a very entertaining action film, Blood and Bone. So, there you go. There's another one that, let's see if I can find it. I only had this film in this slim, this is literally how it was there on the shelf. And it was cheap. I'm like, you know what, I've never seen this film, it's really cheap. But yeah, that's why it was really cheap. So I wanted an actual DVD, brand new, not stuffed up like this one. So now I have Riot, my favorite Gary Daniels film, a PM Entertainment film that is just wall-to-wall action, shows what you can do on a low budget. And yes, it does have Sugar Ray Leonard as well. Just tons of action, entertainment. Very fun movie. Yeah, my favorite Gary Daniels film. And then my last two, The Crazies. Got this for the George Romero collection, the original The Crazies, because I do have, someone had sent me Martin. I have Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and such. The only ones I need to complete my George Romero collection would be Two Evil Eyes. I think that's the only one I need, is Two Evil Eyes. Because a long time ago I was able to pick up Night Riders. I think Two Evil Eyes is the only one. Other than like the early stuff, like Season of the Witch, and I think he did another movie, I forget what it's called, but I don't really care. And those are never going to be found cheap, but I'm not paying money for that. But this, curious about the calendar of George Romero, and I think William Wested moderates it because this was for Blue Underground. And again, for the George Romero collection, it's one of the last ones I needed. I think, again, really the only major one I need is Two Evil Eyes. So, got that for the collection. And the Blu-ray of Assault on Precinct 13, one of my favorite John Carpenter movies. I love this film. Not much for new features. Interview with actress Nancy Loomis and the art director. It brings over the commentary from the old DVD. Interview with John Carpenter, actor Austin Stoker from the old DVD. Trailer, radio spots. But I wanted this film because the only one I had was a DVD someone sent me from overseas, which I can only play on my region-free DVD player. So I wanted this film for Blu-ray. And plus, since my good friend Effrey sent me the Escape from New York on Blu-ray, which, right here, I'm like, okay, if I got Escape from New York on Blu-ray, I gotta get, and I got The Thing on Blu-ray, I gotta get Escape from New York. I mean, I gotta get Assault on Precinct 13. I have The Thing, and I have Escape. Gotta get this one. And really, it's one of the only things I needed for my John Carpenter collection. Because, I mean, the only thing I can think of is, I think Stream Factory, way down the road, is going to do Village of the Damned. Which that'd be interesting if there are good features on it. Because I have the film on DVD. Memoirs of Invisible Man, but that's how Warner Archive DVD-R, and I don't need to buy $20 for a DVD-R for Memoirs of Invisible Man. I think he did a TV movie, and then his Masters of Horror episodes, he did 2 of those. And then Elvis the movie. That's one, I think Shout Factory had a DVD of that. I would like to pick that up I would like to get that one day, but again, not for a long time. This is the last DVD Blu-ray update for a long time. That's why I don't do it that much, because I just can't do it that much. But one day I would like to get Elvis the movie. I mean, this Kurt Russell as Elvis. But I had to get this because love this film. See how it looks on Blu-ray. That's the original cover, and then the new cover. Again, it's one of my favorite Carpenter films. I had to get it on Blu-ray. So. And that is my DVD/Blu-ray collection video. My update, I should say. Not collection. My update. So, thanks for watching. Take care. And we will see you in the next video. Later.